Welcome to the Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. Today, my guest, she's just so sweet. She's so beautiful. She's so amazing. I will bring her up here in a minute. But before I do, just so you get a little inkling of how sweet she is and what she brings to the world, I've got this little video. First, let's see, which one am I going to do first? Okay, let me just do this little cute little video of her, okay? So here you go.
Is a lesson. Everything's here to support us, to help us shed the old and create the new, to help us really be more accepting in our lives, because sometimes it's hard to accept things. We don't want to accept this. And our humanity gets in the way of who we want to be, right? It gets in the way. And we make it bad and wrong. Mistakes let you make it bad and wrong, and they let you beat yourself up for years and years and years to come, right? Which other animal does it? Which other living things takes the mistakes they did years ago and brings it with them into their lives, into every situation, and beats themselves up for it, right? Which animal walks around thinking like, oh my God, I might die tomorrow. I have so much fear around that. They don't. They live in the present moment. Right? They're happy in the present moment. They're not sitting there worried all the time. And I think the mistakes don't make us feel like things are wrong, things are bad, things can be different all the time. We're not surrendering, we're not opening and letting the flow of life, the gratitude, really create our lives. And that's what I'm really committed to, is that each one of us live with more gratitude. Because guess what? Gratitude has a flow to it, has a beautiful flow. Right? And when we're grateful, it lets us move forward in our lives. Okay, we're not stuck. So we're connected to our gratitude.
Okay, I just had to play that little video because she is so sweet, and yet as mild and meek as she is, she has that passion behind her. So I will have Noah Crane here in a minute after this quick little introduction. We'll be right back. You'll want to share this out. Her gratitude and her light is amazing. So we'll be right back. Welcome, Noah Crane is in the house. How are you, beautiful?
Doing amazing. So great to be here with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. She's making jewelry. She's an author. She's just amazing. You can find her in Clubhouse. She's just an amazing person. Want to do a quick little introduction of yourself, and then we'll go into some questions here?
Sure. Absolutely. So you want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my name is Noah Crane. I'm an author, a speaker, and my mission is to bring more light and love to this world, to make this world a better place, and to help each other rise, because nobody can be successful on their own. We all need each other. And so my commitment is to keep elevating the energy of the world and the energy of each other, to leave an impact on this world, to leave it better than we found it. And that's my biggest commitment in this world and in this lifetime.
I love that, Noah. I love it so much. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions real quick. What things have you let go out loud? And when I say that is, you can't live, love, laugh until you let go of things in your life. So if you want to share with everybody, what have you let go out loud that is inspired? And Theodora says, what an amazing, beautiful message. Absolutely, she is. Thank you for being here, Theodora. So go for it.
Wow, that's a big one. I had to let go of so many things. The biggest thing I had to let go of is fear. How many of us have fear in our lives that keep us really small and keep us from shining our light in the world and believing in ourselves? Fear will lie to us. It will control every part of our life if we let it control. And I let fear be a huge control over my own personal life. It kept me frozen in my life and not moving forward. I had to be able to connect to love, right? The most powerful energy in the world. To be able to connect to love, first to learn to love myself and believe in myself. Once I was able to do that, once I was able to love myself and believe in myself, I was able to free myself to be able to share myself with the world. And then I was able also to share my love with others and to bring love into the world. But that was my biggest obstacle. And there's so much more that goes into it. But I think the biggest thing was letting go of fear. Fear will free you. I mean, fear will freeze you, but love will free you. So I had to surrender to love. Yes.
I love that. I love that. I couldn't agree with you more. Okay, so can you recall a time in your life when you said, "Oh, I would never do," that you ended up doing?
Oh my God, everything. So I kept myself very small in my life. I kept myself, so because the fear was so great, I kept myself very safe. I played very safe. How many of you can relate to that, right? Playing really safe. I took small jobs. I kept myself hidden, and it came a time where I knew that I was hiding. I knew that what I was doing, but it was comfortable. How many of us are comfortable with what we are doing? I had to, yeah, exactly. I had to get uncomfortable within myself to be able to get out in the world to share. One of the things that I'm doing today that I never thought would be possible is I actually create events. And I make these events. I bring community together on a quarterly basis now, but I used to do it on a monthly basis since 2017. And the reason I did it was because I always say I'm a very good listener. And when somebody tells me something to do, I listen. So I could say that has been a huge guiding force in my life, is my listening. But the first thing is to have awareness, because when we're aware that we're playing small and we are aware that we're hiding from the world, then we can start changing that.
So give us one example, though, of what you actually said, "I'm never going to do that," that you ended up doing.
Well, a lot of things, but one of them for sure is speaking, right? Even being here with you and being able to speak. I speak on stages. I plan to speak in the next couple of years on huge stages and have a huge impact in this world, because I realize that, it's a responsibility for us to make this world a better place. And if we keep our voice shut, then we can't express ourselves and bring more light and love to this world. So that's one of the things. I'm going to be speaking in huge stages, helping create a bigger impact in the world. And, just being an entrepreneur, being able to create more freedom, more abundance for myself and for others.
What was your attitude before you? I mean, because, if you guys haven't figured it out, she's like I am. She's an introvert, and now she's using her voice like I try to use my voice, and soon, and I'm going to announce it here with you, Noah. There's a show I'm going to have, and it's called Meek and Mild, Gone Wild, and you'll be on that show too. And so, what I love now is more than anything, those that used to not speak are speaking now, and that are realizing their worth. And so it's really awesome to have you here, to be uncomfortable, being comfortable, not comfortable, and shedding the tears, the fears go away, just to be present with me. That means a lot. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to ask you, what makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh?
Yeah.
Well, laughter is something that when you can express yourself freely, laughter just comes. And so for me, it's just being around positive, beautiful people, having, being surrounded by my family, my friends, being able to just see the gratitude in every moment in life. That always gives me an opportunity to laugh and smile and just be grateful, because there's always so much to be grateful for. I'm a big gratitude person.
Well, good, because I want to see if this is going to make you laugh. You got to listen really close, though. Some people know what I'm going to do next.
Oh my goodness.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
That's good.
Have you ever been in a pickle?
Have I ever been at a pickle?
Yeah.
I'm sure we all have.
Yeah, well, come on, you got to answer the question.
Okay, so being at a pickle, what is it exactly like? Being at a pickle,
like being in a weird situation, like an awkward situation that you had to get yourself out of. Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
well, 100%. But listen,
come on, you can do better than that. Answer the question.
Yeah. So yes, I've been in friendships that I had to release. because they weren't serving me. And it was the hardest thing I ever did, because I really truly loved the person with all my heart and soul, but I had to let that friendship go. So absolutely, I think we've all been in a pickle where we had to release something or let go of something that we really didn't want to, but we did it because we knew it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're lucky. I'm not going to make you get details because we have other questions here. But
Yeah, no details necessary.
what do you love in your life other than your family right now?
I love everything. I'm grateful for everything. I love everything. I love every moment, everything. It's just, when you're grateful, when you're in a place of gratitude, you're grateful even for the obstacles, even for the things that are not working. What I love the most is that I'm on my journey. We're all on our journey. And even if we're not where we want to be yet, like, we're exactly where we need to be. And just to find gratitude and to find to be thankful for the where you are right now, because that's the beautiful part. It's not the end result, but it's where you are right now, your growth, right? You could look back and be like, wow, I should be doing this and this, or maybe even be in a different place, but I am exactly where I need to be. Like, that is just exciting to me.
I love that. And you're right. We all have phases in our lives, and we have to just get through them the best we can to get to the other side. So
Yeah.
what meaning does living your best life have for you personally?
Wow. For me, living my best life means that I am responsible for my actions, that I am present, that I'm not numbing myself with, all kinds of external things. I think the most important thing for me is to guard my energy and to, I always say, you make your bed and you sleep in it, right? So who are you bringing into your life? Who are you letting in? I think that's been something that I really had to learn. And what I had to learn the most is that everything in your life is a reflection of you. So if you're lined up with certain people that you're like, why am I friends with them? Or why am I lined up with them? Or why are they in my life? Well, look at yourself, because there's something within you that you need to shift so you don't align with those people anymore. So I love the fact that I can change myself to be able to have more of what I want and a better life and more flow into my life and more connection. It's all up to me. Like, I create everything. And when you take responsibility for everything, you realize that you have the ability to change anything.
Girl, I got clips gonna be galore out of this show because of the tips you're giving and the simple things in life. And we seem to make it difficult, don't we?
Yes, we get in our own way, and it's about getting out of our way. And we all need each other. Like, nobody can do it successfully on their own. Like, my office it got a little cluttered, it got a little messy, and my friend was visiting me here from out of town. And last night we cleaned it up together, and it was just like having her here for support got me to actually clean my office. So we need each other's support. Like, nobody can be successful on their own. I always tell my husband, because of you, I get to be me. Because he's an amazing love and support. And I'm just the luckiest woman in the world to be married to such an amazing man. And, it's true. Like, nobody can be successful just on their own.
I love that. Theodora is one of my dear friends here, and I love her. And we try to get things done. We push each other. So I love that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the first thing you notice about a person?
When I meet somebody new?
Yeah.
The first thing I'll notice about them is their energy, their light. I'll notice if they're, where they're headed. I'll be present to where they're head, what's going on within them, because I love people and I love to get to know new people. And I just like to feel out and see where they're at. And I try not to come from a place of judgment, because, I really stay away from, we're human beings, right? We're going to screw up and we're not going to be perfect all the time. But my main goal is always to lift and to be positive.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So what makes a person beautiful to you?
Everything. I love the human race. I think that just, the humanity is beautiful, right? Just who we are, like our challenges, our vulnerabilities, our everything. It's the whole thing. What's most beautiful is their openness, right? Their openness to be who they are and to be authentic. I think authenticity is the most beautiful trait anybody can have.
And I couldn't wrap up who you are any better. I think all those things of you. So that's what makes you beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now, what are your big, hairy, audacious goals? And that I know you've got that beautiful jewelry around your neck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring this up doubly here because this is your book, but one of them, and then you have a journal with it. But just imagine that she's taken this G and she's wearing that. And it does, what does it say around it? Is it the same thing as
Well,
like this?
yes. So this G, I have a lot of different pieces of jewelry, but this G just says the grass is greenest where I am. It's
Yeah.
the first piece of jewelry that I ever made. That was my first one. And I never thought I would design jewelry, right? It hasn't been like a mission or anything. But God spoke to me, and he channeled actually this design through me. So it was a channeled thing that came through me, and I started drawing it. And it's a 3G. I call it the 3G effect. So it's a G, right? It's the heart's in the middle of the G, which means we should have a grateful heart and connect to our heart center. Be heart centered in everything we do. So it's a reminder, right? We all need reminders in life. So the G is to remind you of 3 important things that I'm bringing to the world that I think are super important and have changed my life completely. Number 1 is to have a grateful heart and connect to your gratitude. And so as you put the jewelry on every morning, or even if you don't put on the jewelry, you just journal, whatever it is, it's about reminding yourself to be grateful, because we all need, nobody can, we all need to constantly be in that space of reminding ourselves things. So practicing your gratitude, and then, writing down maybe, or saying out loud every morning some things that you're grateful for. The second G is also connected to the heart, and it's like a smaller G that comes from the bottom, and it stands for being grounded in love and compassion. So first of all, having love and compassion for yourself and growing strong roots in the world, so you can have unshakable roots. Love yourself, have compassion for yourself. That's the most important thing, because if we don't see it within ourselves, how can we be that for others? And then once you're able to find love and compassion for yourself, and then it's time to share that love and compassion with others. So the action step that I say every day is send somebody a heart emoji, just a heart, right? No words necessary. Everybody knows what a heart means. And just to let them know that you love them. And that's the action step that you take for the second G, because I believe the world is round and energy moves in the round circle. And so whatever you put out will come back to you tenfold. So that's about the second G. Now the whole G stands for growing and transforming yourself, because we are here to grow and transform. We are not here to stay the same. So it's about breaking old cycles, right? We all get stuck in cycles, things that we spin over and over again. So it's about shifting yourself and recreating yourself newly. So it's all about that shifting and changing and recreating, which we're here to do till the day we die. We never stop growing if we want to really evolve and become the best version of ourselves. It's almost like the way a caterpillar, right, transforms into a butterfly, and it frees itself, right, to become this beautiful butterfly full of beauty and wonder, right? And it's a transition that it goes through. But butterfly's life is much shorter than us. We have to do that our whole life. We have to keep growing to become who we are. So it's called the 3G effect. And the jewelry is a mindset jewelry to remind you to do those 3 important things: have a grateful heart, ground yourself in love and compassion, and grow and transform yourself every single day to be the best version of you.
I love that. That's like, wow, you guys drop some comments. Is that like a wow to you guys or what? That just gave me energy just knowing that. I'm going to own one of those necklaces someday. Trust me. So what mistakes have you made along the way?
I love that question so much, Lynn. I love it, love it, love
Well,
it.
after what you said, people have to realize, well, gosh, we're not at that level where Noah's at. And I'm like, no, she's humble. She can talk about it. So you see, look at that major wow. And there you go. Truly amazing. So thanks you guys for your feedback. So go ahead.
Thank you so much. I love that question so much. And the reason I love it so much is because I have a chapter in my book about that. And it's called No Mistakes.
No mistakes. Get
no
that.
Mistakes.
Her name's Noah. Get it. Get it.
I'm
No
sorry.
mistake.
There's no mistakes, okay? Because if we say this is the reason. I'm going to explain to you why.
Her name's Noah. No mistakes. Get it? Get it? Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Well, the reason I say no mistakes, you guys, is because when we think things of mistakes, it gives us permission to beat ourselves up for years and years to come, right? Oh, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. No, you guys, there's no mistakes. This is all part of your growth and transformation. This is all made you who you are today. If you take the lessons from every single thing that you've learned in this life, then you get to become a better version of you. Okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So there's no mistakes. There's
I
only
think there's a
mistakes.
song about that, but
Yeah.
anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no mistakes, there's no, stop making yourself wrong. There's nothing wrong with anything that you've done. Everything you did is here. Even the wrong guy that you think you dated was here to teach you something. Everything is here to elevate your life, to make you more of who you are. And that's why I say no mistakes, because it's not about the past and believing that something was a mistake. It's not. It wouldn't have happened, okay? It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't supposed to happen. So it's not a mistake. It was supposed to happen to help you become who you are today. So just be grateful for everything that you went through, because it's all made you who you are and where you're going. Yeah.
You guys, her name is Noah, okay? There's Noah mistakes. Okay? No more. I love it. I love it. So what's your success habits? The other day I asked somebody, all I kept saying instead of success was sex. So I said it right today. I redeemed myself. Oh, truly amazing. So go ahead, share some of your successful habits.
All right. Success habits is just, for me, the biggest thing is just to, number one, be a good listener, right? I believe our whole life is guided if we let it be guided, right? I always say, if it doesn't flow, let it go, right? So if you're going in a certain direction and it's like you're bumping walls, you're hitting stuff, you can't move forward, there's a reason for that. Don't keep bumping walls. There's always another direction to go. There's so many roads to Rome, right? Don't we all know there's not one road or one way to do one thing? And I believe that if it's meant to be, it's going to flow easily like water. It shouldn't be complicated, right? We complicate things way, way too much. If we are guided and God wants the best for us, He wants things to flow easy for us. It doesn't mean that we don't want to do the work. It doesn't mean that we just sit on our butt and do nothing. But what it means is that if it's right for you, it's going to be easy. If you're in a right relationship, it's going to be your relationship, your love life should be the easiest part of your life. Okay. I'm married to my soulmate for 26 years, to the most wonderful man in the world. And my life is amazing because I took responsibility and I chose an incredible person. And it's the easiest part of my life, my relationship with him. It's not complicated. And I think we complicate things too much, because we're human beings. And so we get in our own way and we want to make things work and we want to fix things and we want to do things. And sometimes it's less doing and more listening, if that makes sense.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it's funny because so many people sometimes are staying stuck in relationships or work or this and that, and they're not happy. They're not happy and they don't listen to, if this isn't working, you shouldn't be there, And so it's really important to know that, why do we put ourselves in relationships that are so hard and need to stay stuck there? We don't.
No.
We don't. That's giving us signs to run, get out of there.
I mean, you're always being guided, but you're not listening. So that's the thing. We're always being guided. Are we listening? That's the whole thing that we have to be more aware of, is the listening. Your whole life is guided. My whole life up to now, I can tell you, has been 100% guided, 100%. And we just have to learn to listen. That is the biggest secret to your success, is your own listening of the messengers. I call them the messengers. So there's always messengers who come into your life that share a message with you. And you have to listen to the messengers. They're here to guide you. Now, the people that are positive, the people that want the best for you, that in your heart and soul are not going to, get you in the wrong direction. But I've been guided. My whole life has been guided through messengers. And I can go on and on. But if you want to read more about it, it's definitely in my book called The Grass is Greenest Where I Am. It's also on Audible. I also have a chapter there about the gift of rejection, right? Rejection to me is a gift. I've been rejected a lot in my life. And I had to find the beauty in being rejected, because it's just, everything is here to support you. Everything's here to guide you. Everything's here to elevate your life, but you just have to use those tools for your own success and to help elevate you, and not let them stop you from going where you want to go.
And I love that you have a journal with that too. So I love that.
Yes.
And those can be bought on Amazon as well as going to your website, right?
Yeah, those are on Amazon. I think my Amazon also gives the link to, my website gives the link to Amazon, and I should really be selling them too, but it's okay.
So let me ask you this. What book recommendations do you think have been, in fact, impactful in your life?
Mm-hmm. What books that I read?
Yeah, that have impacted your life to get you on a path where you're at now.
Definitely the number one book that helped me out in the beginning of my journey was Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. That was a very impactful book for me because it got me reconnected to my inner child. It got me to believe in myself, to forgive myself, to love myself. That book was the beginning of my journey that helped me move towards where I'm going.
I love it. I love it. What's your favorite quote?
Well, I love that quote by Wayne Dyer, right? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
I love that.
So true. Perspective is everything.
I love
Mindset's everything. It's all about, putting things into perspective.
You know what? We got some comments here. Theodore says, Wally Molly, holy moly, you're amazing. And right now you're speaking straight to my heart.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. You need to be on her show too. And you need to be on my friend Debbie Find It show too. Imagine, Christopher Wall says, imagine all those mistakes kind of were supposed to happen. Well put. Yep.
Yeah.
And Christopher says, tons of sense, less doing. Absolutely. And I'm so grateful Christopher is here. He served our country as a Marine for a long time, and I went to school with him. So I'm very grateful to reconnect with him.
That's
and
beautiful.
So Theodore says, love Louise's books.
Yes.
So, all right. This has been so awesome. What's the best trip? And I mean, like traveling wise, you've ever had?
Well, that's a good one. I have, I've been traveling, but not as much as I probably should have. I love Costa Rica. It's so beautiful. I just recently went there with my family. We stayed at this place called the Springs. We traveled all around, but this place called the Springs, which has like hot springs, different hot springs. Place was like a 5-star place. It was just breathtaking, right? And of course, my country of region, Israel, is a beautiful place to visit.
Beautiful, beautiful. Mm-hmm. Okay, you probably don't know any funny jokes, but I just thought I'd ask. Do you know any funny jokes by heart?
Yeah, no. Let's skip the jokes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I apologize, you guys. I should have been more prepared, but yeah, that's not my thing. Yeah.
What's the biggest factor that has helped you to be successful?
The biggest factor, again, I would say the recreating myself. I can always recreate myself. It's always looking at myself and seeing where I need to change and what I need to do to recreate what I'm doing. And the biggest thing is to be focused and to be open to changing. I just believe like we all need to tweak things and change things, and constant work on yourself. It's the self-work that will get you to where you want to go. So I'm very open to growth and to keep transforming. And again, I'm a great listener. I say listening is priceless.
I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. So what is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Wow, that's a hard one. The most spontaneous thing I've ever done. Trying to think what it is.
Okay, I'll let you off the hook on that one.
Off the hook? Okay.
What habits do you have now that you wish you started much earlier?
Habits. More self-discipline. Like I'm more self-disciplined. I think when I started being an entrepreneur, I just didn't understand the discipline that it takes to be an entrepreneur. And it's very easy to get distracted. The glitz and glamour of the world will take you away from your focus and where you want to go. I always say that we have to learn to eliminate distraction, to eliminate the noise. And sometimes, we all get caught up in it because we're human. And so it's very easy. I always say it's very easy to fall off the horse, but it's how fast you can get off the horse. So I would say, what I've been doing when I was younger and now I've gotten back to is eliminating the things that are noisy. So I can, because we are here, we are creators. We came here to create. We have our time here to create. And if we're doing everybody else's things, we're taking away from our time to create. So we have to be very intentional with our time here. So I would say that's one of the biggest things that I had to come back to now, that I knew, and it's in my book, and I got away from a little bit, and now I'm more focused on that.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Okay, so if you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
Nothing.
There you go.
Nothing. I will do everything the same, because it's just, it's about acceptance. It's acceptance where you are, acceptance what you do, not making anything bad, no mistakes, not making anything wrong. So I have to accept myself fully. So if I had to do it all over again, I would do it all again. I mean, I'm married to my soulmate. I feel like I'm the luckiest woman in the world. I wake up every day to a man who loves me so much, and I get to live in such abundant love and happiness. And my mom is still alive, and she's here right now visiting me. So, and I feel very blessed. Like, I have so many gifts. My kids are healthy and well. I have so many blessings. So awesome. I'm just grateful for everything. And I think part of acceptance is knowing that nothing's forever, right? Nothing's forever. When I used to work at Whole Foods, I used to get a great discount, like 27% off, because it goes according to how healthy you are. The healthier you are, the bigger your discount. And I loved getting it because I'm a healthy person. I love to eat healthy foods. But I knew that discount wasn't going to be forever. It was going to be for the time it was going to be, and then it was going to be over, and I was going to move on to other things. And that's a thing to realize, to be grateful for what is right now, knowing that everything is fleeing. Nothing's forever, but don't worry about, don't let the fear of where things are going to be, like, don't be afraid of death. Don't be like, I don't like people tell me, oh, your time here is limited. Like, I don't see it that way. I see it as like, I'm here now, and I'm not going to worry about the future or the past or the fear. We have to learn to let that go and just be present for right now and be grateful for what is, because there's so much to be grateful for, and everything is a gift.
See, that's why I say live, love, laugh, and let go out loud. Absolutely.
Yes,
you're at the right show.
I am at the right show. Absolutely.
What hard times in your life left you a better person after it was finished?
Everything that I went through left me a better person, because it's all elevated me to make better choices, to do better, to make better decisions. So everything has left me a better person. Like, it's just all perfectly, everything that came into my life, even the stuff that I really wish never did, came in to help me out. And I always say also that no lesson is too expensive if you learn something from it. I know, we want to make things bad and wrong, but the truth is it's all here perfectly the way it's orchestrated. So it's the acceptance part is so important for us to come to a place of self-acceptance.
You are amazing. And I mean, the comments that are coming in are amazing, but this is how amazing she is. She's got a couple things here that are just really sweet. I'm going to have a read. Here's one. Go ahead.
Everything we are is a mirror in our world. We must have more compassion and less judgment for ourselves so that we can have it for others.
I love that. And here's another one.
In order to love who you are, you cannot reject the experiences that shaped you.
And then I got one more.
Love yourself enough to surround yourself with people that fill your heart and nurture your soul.
Gosh, she's such a beautiful person. I just love you so much. And some of the comments here, like Christopher said earlier, wow, I connected with my inner child the last 5 years. It's truly helped. And then Christopher said, Noah, you've hit everything. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
And then he goes, everything the same? That's really saying something. Yeah, for sure. It just, you are amazing. Let's see. Let's see what other questions. Okay. What's the most impressive thing you know how to do?
Wow, most impressive thing I know how to do. Wow, that's another hard one, Lynn.
Okay, okay. What kind of people do you most enjoy hanging out with?
Definitely,
Other,
definitely heart-centered people.
yeah,
Heart-centered, compassionate, caring, and I like deep conversations. I don't like, small talk, and definitely no gossip, negative, low vibrational things. I definitely want to elevate, and I don't like it. Wouldn't want to be with people that where I walk away, they talk about me, and I won't do it to anybody else. I believe
right.
I like all for one and one for all, include everybody. And we all need to think about how we want people to treat us and then treat other people the same. That's what it's all about.
I love that. I love that. I try to be careful not to talk about a person, but what I do is that if there's something we need to talk about a person as far as the behavior that we
Mhm.
can learn from, I
Yeah.
focus on the behavior, not really the person. I focus on the example, what's bothering us here and what can we fix about it? Because you got to
Yeah.
detach the person from the actions. So I try not to get into gossip. I just try to stay with the facts that we saw and how we can perceive it and change the perspective of how we look at it so that we walk away being a better person, because everybody teaches us how to be or not to be is how I see it.
Yes,
So,
and I agree. And we can't control what anybody else does. The only
right.
person we can control is ourselves. So
Right.
it's about, doing better and wanting to do better. And I just listen, we all can get caught up in somebody like my best friend or my husband. I will talk to them about something that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's different, but I won't be spreading it out to other people.
Right.
But
Right.
my best friend or husband, if there's something that bothers me, I can talk to them about it.
Absolutely.
But it's not about like, that
Yeah,
kind
I
of,
get you. What does a perfect day look like?
being alive.
I love it. I love that. You're so cute. What part of the day do you look forward to? Why?
Uh, well, I look forward to every moment and every day.
Love it.
Yeah, I look forward to working out. I look forward to, just, I like this. I think the self-care is very important to me because if you don't take self-care of yourself, you can't be your 100%. So I just believe like working out for me personally, I feel better when I work out, even when I have like just an hour to go for a walk or to go to the gym, lift a little weights. I think it makes, we move that energy. And I think it just feels so good in your body when you're able to release tension. And I just love that. The
Trust
self.
me, if I could bodybuild the way I used to, I'd be back in it, but I can't. So I'm gonna modify and still dabble, but you're right. It's something about it is amazing. It's
But you can do
amazing.
something, you can go for a
Yep.
walk. You could do
Yep.
something. So we can all do something to move energy. The main thing is to move energy because energy gets stuck in our body. So
Hmm.
we have to learn to release it. So you be less stressed, more grounded, more grateful, more. So it's just about that self-care piece,
Yep.
very important.
Okay, so what's the best thing you've got going in your life at the moment?
Right now, what's really exciting for me is that I am creating workshops and creating online courses and all kinds of things to be able to spread the message more, to help more people. So that is something that I'm really excited about because again, what I noticed about myself, and I don't know if some of you noticed that about yourselves, is that I tend to hide a lot. Like I'll do something, I'll write my book, I'll write my journal, I'll do my events, but then I go back into my hiding, into my comfort zone. And so nothing gets created in the comfort zone. And I feel like I had a lot of fears of just being really successful on a personal level myself, like to make a lot of my own money and be very successful myself. And I believe that I'm ready to really be as successful as I need to be. I am abundant. I have everything in my life. My husband, thank God, does very well, but I'm ready to jump into the world and help other rise and elevate and also, create my own more financial freedom for myself.
And just remember, Noah, the importance is that because it's hard when you're an introvert. And the weekends I don't usually post or I don't get into social media as much too. We need that space, but remember that we're here to help those that need to see us. If we can do it, they can do it, and
Right.
also leaving the legacy behind for our children's children. And therefore, when we're gone, they're not going to be without us because we're just a little video away or something. So. So for sure. So we're going to wrap this up here soon. So what your favorite thing to do when you have free time?
I love to go to get a massage, go to the spa, I mean, for me, self-care is just going to a juice bar and getting a nice smoothie or a nice juice, just things like that. Spending time with my husband, of course, that's always priceless, with good friends. So all those things I love to do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what has taken you the longest to get good or decent at?
Just not hiding. I think that took me the longest. And, getting past, we've all had things in our lives, traumas that kept us from really shining our light in the world. And I think that's took me the longest to just really come out, really share myself, and to stand in who I am, and to use my voice. And I always let other people have the stage. I always put other people in front of me. And even in my events, I'll let other people speak and I won't take the stage. And I just believe, it's time to just own it, right? For all of us to own it. Because I always say, you were born for a reason, to leave your impact on this world. And we all are. We all are born for that reason. And so it's time to just, get uncomfortable and shine your light and become the bigness that you were born to be. And for all of us, including myself.
I love it. So if you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
Get a coach.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Get a coach, get a mentor, get a coach. That always makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because we somebody that has done it and someone that you look up to.
Awesome. Okay. What's the last thing that made you smile other than Lynn? Because I don't count on this.
The last thing that made me smile is just being here with all of you. I feel grateful for the opportunity. And I say we are all mirrors. So any beauty you see in me is just a reflection of you, because if it wasn't inside of you, you couldn't see it inside of me. So you guys are all making me smile.
Yeah. Oh, you're so beautiful. I just love this. I love this. What tells you the most about a person?
What tells me the most about a person is their actions, definitely 100%, right? It's not the words. Anybody can tell you anything and say anything, but it's about their actions. Look at people's actions before you decide if you want to, hang out with them or be with them. It's all about the actions, how they treat other people, how they're around other people, how they're treating animals, right? All that kind of stuff. That's what I look at.
I love it. I love it. I got this. Noah, thank you for being on my show. I really appreciate you. I love your light and your love that you have for the world. Continue to be you. And I love what you're doing with your jewelry. Thanks again for being on my show. Love you.
Namaste, everybody. Love you guys.
So, no, I just wanted to play that. I usually have people have little videos, and unfortunately I didn't get everybody's video in here. So I had to throw that one in there to just let you know that I really, really appreciate you. You're just an amazing soul and spirit. You guys follow her, check out her website there. Is there anything else you'd like to share that's in your heart before I do a couple other little things here?
I would just say, love yourself enough to surround yourself with positive people. Love yourself enough to eliminate distractions and the wrong people out of your life. And hold yourself in a high place, and don't walk down for anybody. People have to walk up to meet you where you are. So that's what I would say.
Well, I love that. I love that. We're at the end of the show now, and we must go. But it was really fun to spend time with you on my show. So thank you for being here. Until we are together again, just know that I love spending time with you. Much love, peace. Make sure you live, love, and laugh. Until then, bye-bye. All right. I know that's
so beautiful. I love how you put in the little things. So much thought behind everything that you do. So
well, thank you. This is not the last this is not the last you hear of Noah, because I'm going to have her on my Meek and Mild show, and we're going to be wild over there. So again, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Love you very much. And let's see, we're just going to.
Love you guys.
Okay, you stay right there. Bye, everybody.